This video is brought to you by Squarespace, the #1 website platform for entrepreneurs. So for today's BTS, we are going to be kind of recreating this photo shoot that I did with Elizabeth Wieland. This is like one of my first monochromatic styles that I've experimented with. So Sophia's here. She's gonna be modeling for me today. I cut a piece of the backdrop and I tape it on this standing desk. And I like using a standing desk because depending on the height of the model, I like to adjust the height so that, that you don't want a short model to, kind of, you know what I'm saying? So for the setup here, I'm trying to get away with using only 2 lights. And I always say that, but I end up adding more lights, which is why I have like 6, 7 lights set up in the studio. A lot of those lights I'm not gonna use, but I have them there because if I wanna turn them on, I can turn them on and see the impact that they have on the photo, but also I can experiment with different looks really quickly. This one has the optical spot projector. I usually program this to group A. Closest to the camera, I'm gonna like group it A, B, C, D. I like to group my lights that way. So, okay, now I got 2 strip boxes here with grids. Grids are like one of the most important pieces of gear in my entire studio. Being able to really control the lighting, that's when you start to like reach that next level in lighting, is when you can really start to control the lighting and the light spill. And I have this light here behind her. I do want to add a really soft halo kind of backlight onto the backdrop as a separation light. The camera that I'm using, so this is the Lumix S1R2. Okay, I got to put a modifier on that backlight. The first thing I like to do is I start off with 1 light at a time. It is extremely easy to just get overwhelmed. So here I'm just gonna be focusing on the top umbrella. Look at the camera really quick. 1, 2, 3. Actually put the glasses on, because right now with the umbrella above her, I'm not gonna get any light in her eyes. The lighting the background is completely dark. The thing is that I do want the background to have a little bit of light in it, but not too much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the setup a little bit farther toward the background so that I can get a slight light spill from the umbrella. So let's back up like a foot. I'm gonna move the light with her as well. Slightly away from the background, like this. 1, 2, 3. This light looks good. I think it's in a pretty good spot. Now that I'm happy with the umbrella's position and the light output, I'm going to do the exact same thing with every other light, regardless if I'm gonna use it or not, right? This is gonna give me the creative freedom to add or take away light without having to take a break mid-shoot.
And I can see the softbox a little bit behind her. I'm gonna move the softbox a bit. Like this. Let's try it again. All right, good. I'm gonna turn on my beauty dish and I am going to add some fill light. 1, 2, 3. I think that's the way to go. The way to go for sure. I'm gonna move it just slightly more in front of her so I get more of an even light. 3. I think that's exactly where I wanna be. So now that I got my light set up, like this 3 light setup. So we got the light creating the halo behind her. Then we got the umbrella coming from above, and then we have the beauty dish now filling the shadows. So now we're gonna take some real shots. So now I would say put the oil. And I like to have the models put oil on either their collarbone and their chest area, because now I can get some shine on their skin. It's such a important, yeah, that one. All right, so I'm gonna make a couple of adjustments. I had her put her hair up because I think that with the hair down, it kind of just hides the accessories. And since I'm using the top-down lighting, I wanna be able to see all the curves on her shoulders. All right, I'm gonna start taking for real shots now. Here, now just have a little fun now. Just, extend your arms and move around a little bit. Okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Now, putting my beauty dish here, I want to make sure that I'm feathering it in a way that if I have it fully aimed at her like this, I'm probably gonna light the background as well. So I wanna feather it so that just the edge pretty much is like hitting her. So I did a couple without the back. Look.
Yeah.
And then these are with. These are with. And then some without.
I like that.
Look at that. Oh my God. Now I'm adding the projector. One of my secret weapons in the studio. It's also one of the harder things to use, but the modeling light on the strobe is gonna help a lot because you can see a little bit where the light's gonna fall. We're gonna use some slit lighting for this one. I'm gonna blur out the edges of the light a little bit. Okay, great. These lights should just have a mind of its own now. Let me see, lose the glasses for this one. Once you start busting out this light, you know it's gonna be clear out your calendar, your schedule. It takes some time to get this light, you know, exactly where you want it to go or want it to be.
Before we get into look number 2, I gotta send a huge thank you to Squarespace for making this video possible.
So they absolutely make creating a website, online store, even a personal blog, easy for anyone to set up and manage on their own. Like I've never come across another service that is this seamless. I use Squarespace for everything, right? It's where my portfolio lives. It's where I can show off my best work without it getting compressed to hell on Instagram. It's where I manage my online store and where I sell my online presets. And it's even where I sell my off-camera flash mini course that I created all on my own, leveraging all of their new AI design tools and features, right? If I had any questions, I could just simply reach out because they offer 24/7 customer support. No more waiting, okay? Go ahead and try it now. And if you love it, use the code Manny for 10% off.
So look number 2, actually, let me show you what look number 2 is. This photo here was a combination of 2 lights, one using the gobo lighting and another actually illuminating her, because if I just use gobo lighting on her, she'd be completely dark. I got that window gobo, which is this one. It's like a cathedral window. A little bit higher, like that. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna shoot it from a slight angle. So maybe like over here.
Now, the reason why I'm shooting from the opposite side from where the window projection light is well, doing this allows me to use the shadow that she creates to give the shot more balance and a sense of depth. This is a technique I use a lot, and you'll be surprised at how much more interesting you can make a shot by lighting it on the opposite side so that the shadows fall towards the camera.
So here I'm gonna go one light at a time. I am going to do the gobo lighting first, and then I'm gonna use the beauty dish to supplement that light to fill in the shadows. So beauty dish is off, that gobo light is on. Here I'm gonna take a test shot.
The reason why it's so important that you have a second light for a look like this is because, well, you're gonna end up with really dark shadows if there isn't any ambient lighting already present.
Okay, everything is in deep shadow. And that's usually not good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use another light to balance out those shadows. Okay, so now I'm gonna insert the beauty dish. I'm gonna start at random power at F4. At power 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. All right, so look in that direction. Let me see, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna change up those lines. I think those lines are kind of distracting on the face. Maybe like blur them out a little bit. I'm gonna fill the frame with her. I'm a little far back. So I'm gonna fill the frame like right here. Yeah, that's better. 1, 2, 3. Back up or come toward me. Yep. I'm gonna separate her from the background a bit so the shadow is, let me see. I'm really happy with how these shots came out so far. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just change up the vibe just a tad. Creating distance between the background can always change a look pretty dramatically. And it's very strategic too, because like the gobo lines are across her face and that's not good. So I moved the gobo enough to where she's not, there's not like lines not crossing by her nose and her eyes. And it almost like even chisels her face out a little bit there. So that's what I'm gonna be doing right now. I took a couple test shots and I liked it. So I'm gonna like fine tune it right now.
All right, before you go, if you want to learn how I approach flash photography, I have a off-camera flash mini course. Link will be down below if you want to. It's a full POV step-by-step on how to start using flash. One light setups. All right, better investment. It's the investment of a nifty 50. All right.